Imagine a man who embodies justice, a pillar of the legal system. Now picture that same man, meticulously dismantling the very concept of morality, indulging in a chilling ritual of vengeance. Dean Howard escaped, but he never truly left. He's trapped now, a living testament to the judge's terrifying pursuit of a twisted ideal. The plaque above my bed glares down at me, cold and unwavering. Matthew 5038. An eye for an eye. It's more than a quote, it's my creed, the principle that guides every gavel I strike, every sentence I pronounce. I am Gregory Holden, Judge Holden to the wretched souls who face me in court. This morning, the chill of the meat I'm eating barely registers against the growing unease settling in my stomach. The aroma is metallic, faintly gamey, but I force it down, my mind already on the newspaper spread out before me. The bold headline screams across the front page in stark black lettering, Dean Howard, kidnapper and murderer, he escaped jail and is on the run. Should be considered highly dangerous. Dean Howard. The name tastes like ash in my mouth. I handed him 4 consecutive life sentences without parole, just a few days ago. A cursory glance at the jail's security measures confirms my deepest suspicions. Laughable. A system designed to fail, offering a monstrous predator an unacceptable opportunity. Dean Howard wasn't simply another criminal. He was the apex predator of depravity. I've presided over some truly horrific cases that claw at the edges of sanity. Tommy Freeman, the arsonist, who reduced his ex-girlfriend's house to ash, leaving her to suffocate in the flames. I can still smell the acrid smoke, hear the desperate crackling screams. Dr. Peter McGronal, a man who saw his elderly patients not as human beings, but as statistics, resulting in 12 deaths by influenza. The coldness of his gaze in the courtroom will forever haunt my memory. And there was Bobby Ray Leonard, a brutal man driven to madness by a slightly overcooked dinner. His actions, an act of barbarity I will never forget. But Howard takes the cake. The systematic abduction, the months of imprisonment, the abuse, the unspeakable violation of a 9-year-old girl. She starved to death in his basement. He was apprehended while attempting to conceal her remains. Justice was served, certainly, but justice, as it is currently administered, felt insufficient. Matthew 5038. The words burn themselves into my consciousness, a principle so simple, yet so rarely applied with the full weight of its implications. As an official of the law, a moral compass isn't a suggestion, it's an imperative. And the same principle applies to the guards who carry out my sentences, the cogs that keep the machinery of justice turning. The memories flood back in a torrent. The heavy metallic scent of accelerant as I watched Tommy Freeman's cell erupt in flames, his screams echoing in the sterile night air. The subtle tremor in Dr. McGronal's hand as I introduced a carefully measured cocktail of chemicals into his meals, witnessing his slow, agonizing decline. The sickening crunch of bone as I restrained Bobby Ray, his protests dissolving into a horrifying, gurgling silence. Dean Howard never escaped, not in the conventional sense. He simply relocated to a more private facility, a facility conveniently located in my basement, secured with chains thicker than my wrist. He cries, yes. But starvation would be an insult to the suffering I intend to inflict. I take another bite of my breakfast and slowly lift my gaze from the newspaper. My eyes fall upon Dean, who is clinging desperately to the bloody stump that remains where his arm used to be. The despair in his eyes, it's almost satisfying. He's going to wither away, certainly, slowly, and, more importantly, he's going to watch. He's going to witness every minute, every agonizing moment of my appreciation. He's going to witness a justice far more profound than any courtroom could ever deliver. The pursuit of justice shouldn't stop at punishment. It requires a balance. But what happens when the judge himself steps outside of that balance, becoming the instrument of his own twisted form of vengeance? The world may never know, but Dean Howard is about to learn.